Detective Sergeant Briscoe? Good day, sir. What can I do for you? Of course, everything is all right. I'm at your service. I see. St. Patrick's Church. Can you give me any details? Excuse me, I just don't understand why we should deal with a complaint from a local vicar. I understand, sir. I'll set off immediately. I just need to know where exactly it is. All right. I'll take someone with me, as you wish. Goodbye.
Okay. Den Ort kennen wir ja irgendwoher, ne?
So, here we are. The first task. And I haven't even sat down yet. I'll take a few notes to make sure I don't forget anything.
Schon wieder meckern, ne? Jo. Gut. Ach. Okay. Kann man sich das jetzt durchlesen irgendwo? St. Patrick's Church. Okay, vielleicht ist das jetzt was wie die Karte für ihn. Deswegen gib mir jetzt mal raus. So. Nein.
To me, the whole of Plymouth seems just like the grass
Ja,
under
das
the
hatten wir
window.
ja gerade schon.
It grows how it wants and where it wants, and nobody ever tries to mow it.
So, ich glaube, wir sollten sogar noch jemanden mitnehmen, oder?
This isn't my problem. Anything I don't need will be thrown out.
Okay. Da müssen wir irgendeinen Code für kriegen. Aber zuerst holen wir uns mal den neuen Typen dazu.
Constable, get me an attendant, please. I'll need him the whole day.
Sergeant Carter will go with you, sir. I will send him to the gate.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Dann, ach, guck mal hier. Tresorcode.
Listen,
Ja, klick
the
doch.
vault in my office. Do you have the code for it?
Possibly, yes. I would have to take a look in the reports.
Please do so, all right?
Detective Lockley, your predecessor, was a bit messy.
That doesn't surprise me.
I have no note from him, but the original combination was 88834. He might have set the original combination again before he left.
I'll try it. Thank you.
Gut. So. Ja. Was hat er nochmal gesagt? Oh Mist, jetzt habe ich die Zahl wieder vergessen. Naja, wir wollten ja rausgehen, oder?
If I don't find them within the next 5 minutes...
Detective Sergeant Briscoe, sir?
Yes, and you are?
Sergeant Carter at your command, sir.
Relax, Sergeant. Do you know where St. Patrick's Church is?
Yes.
Ah, good. You can tell me more about it on the way.
And, why are you, particularly interested in the church, sir?
We'll see when we get there.
Rightio, follow me, sir.
Ja, da waren wir doch.
Here we are,
vorhin.
sir. The church is right behind the gate.
You found it quickly. Good job.
Thank you, sir. If you don't need me anymore, sir, I will return to the station.
No, I need you to be at my disposal the whole day.
Oh, as you wish.
I'll talk to the vicar. Wait here.
Gut, dann gucken wir uns
Something
das
has
jetzt doch
happened
mal
at
an.
St. Patrick's Church. The caretaker, Father Mulcahy, requires the presence of a police officer. I'll find out more once I get there.
Ich dachte ja, es wäre eine Karte, aber jetzt wissen wir, es ist wirklich nur ein Notizbuch. Also, hier war der Stein, das Tor, hier war das zu, oder nicht? Kann man da runter? Aber gehen wir mal erstmal rein. Da steht jemand.
Father Mulcahy.
Yes?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Detective Sergeant Briscoe.
You are with the police, but I explicitly requested Inspector Lockley.
I'm sorry, but he retired recently. I am his successor.
Ah, well, I suppose it cannot be helped.
How can I help?
This is a rather sensitive matter. Do you have a warrant card?
It's a bit awkward, but this is my first day on duty. I haven't sorted all the formalities yet.
How can I be sure you are not a journalist?
You know, there is Sergeant Carter, my attendant, guarding the main gate. I can call him in if it satisfies you.
That will not be necessary, Detective. I will trust you under such circumstances. Let your attendant keep guarding, and would you please follow me?
Okay. Ich dachte, wir laufen jetzt automatisch hinterher. Aber nein. Tun wir
Doesn't
nicht.
seem like someone would loot this place. The attack was aimed only at one particular tomb, that's obvious. Most of them are well cared for. Surely many people come here every day. This is it? A single broken door?
Of course. What did you expect? This is where the gentry are laid to rest, Detective. Some of these tombs have been standing here for hundreds of years. Such an event can seriously damage the reputation of our church.
I apologize. When did you notice it?
This morning, I was looking for Mr. Talbot, the gravedigger. He likes to drink from time to time, and then he usually falls asleep among the graves, which reminds me I still have to find him. I was searching his favorite places when I found this desecration.
All right, it would be better if you could bring him here. He might know something more. I'll take a look inside in the meanwhile.
Please, Detective, you cannot do that.
Do I need permission?
No, but I cannot allow such a sacrilege. Please give me your word.
I'm sorry, but I cannot.
I'm going to look for Mr. Talbot now, and I will pray you do not make any errors, Detective.
It's obvious he cares about the church. Or is there something else?
Ja.
We'll see.
Noch mehr Notizen.
There'll be more in that than just a broken door. Every detail might be important. There'll be more.
Ja, okay, Hat den Verein also dann jemand geschrien, als wir hier hingegangen sind?
They must have used great strength to force the door. Maybe they weren't interested in the tomb itself. Maybe they just
Ja,
wanted to
Louis,
get
also
in.
steht ja drauf. Ja, dann geh doch rein.
So far, everything is quiet.
Ja, da können wir nicht hin. Da war ja dieser Schrein. Dann gucken wir uns diese Grabstätte nochmal an.
I won't get inside without the key, and so far I do not plan to.
Okay, dann nicht.
I hope Father Mulcahy will understand I really need to enter.
Ja, natürlich. Wir müssen ja gucken, was da abging, ne? Vielleicht wurde ja was geklaut. Ich glaube, war da eine Leiche drin?
Everything seems to be all right at first glance. I thought someone had robbed the place. At least that would explain the forced door.
Detective Briscoe!
Ja.
You must see this, Detective Briscoe!
Da fehlt eine Leiche? Die wurde vielleicht
there you
geklaut?
are. Something terrible has happened. You have to see.
Calm down and tell me what is going on.
I can't.
Haben die Leiche
I'll show
gefunden?
you. Please just follow me. Quickly.
Los, schnell,
Look
in
at this.
Zeitlupe.
Such a disaster.
Oh,
Do you know who he was?
Mr. Talbot, the gravedigger.
How many people are there in your staff?
Only the two of us were left. Dear Lord, what shall I do now?
Did you move the body?
No, I ran to you immediately.
Father Mulcahy, I have to ask you to leave the crime scene. This is nothing for your eyes.
You are right. It would be better.
I can imagine how difficult it must be for you, but please, stay somewhere nearby.
I will be at your disposal, Detective. You know, although he was not a particularly humble servant, he did not deserve such an end. God bless his soul.
I hope Carter's still at the gate. Nobody must see this.
sieht lecker aus.
What's
Ich
this?
hoffe,
Probably a bottle.
Timmy hat ihn nicht getötet oder so. Aber
What's
wir sind ja
this?
abgehauen.
Father Mulcahy was right. Mr. Talbot was fond of drinking. But it has nothing to do with his death. I've already seen several cutthroats,
Okay.
but none of them looked quite so repulsive. If I'd found him in the forest, I would think he had been torn up by bears. But here...
Nee, das sieht ja echt heftig aus, ne?
he has nothing else with him. In my opinion, Mr. Talbot was a misfit. Normal alcohol didn't affect him, so he drank some foul, stinking spirit. Every detail might be important. I can't understand what might have mangled him like that. And I think he was drunk, so he couldn't put up any resistance. I'll know more after the post-mortem.
Okay, gut. War das vorhin auch schon so? Weiß ich gar nicht mehr.
I'm not going to touch it. I might destroy possible leads. Being in the murderer's shoes, I would go and wash myself. He might have left some evidence there.
Ja.
I'm not going to...
Okay, da war ja die Bank. Aber wo kommt man hier hin?
Except the usual occupiers. No other corpses. Pretty comforting discovery.
Anscheinend nirgendwo hin, okay.
I've already seen it. Nothing special. Another corpse. How many more will there be?
Ach, der Hund. Wir haben ihn doch nur...
A broken
Ja, so
spine.
eingeklickert.
Someone jumped on him from a great height. He must have died very slowly.
Neue Notizen, okay. Was denkt ihr
If
denn?
it hadn't been here, it would have been much more difficult to climb up the wall.
Ja, komischerweise
I
steht
don't
da
want to get my
eine
clothes
Brücke.
dirty.
Brücke. Bank.
Sometimes even the slightest detail can be important. But I can't see anything.
Der macht die Augen auf. Was hat
It
der
has
denn
something
jetzt
in
da?
its teeth. I can't pull it out.
Fleisch?
Is it possible the dog killed the gravedigger? No. It couldn't get so far with a broken spine.
Keine Ahnung. Da muss noch irgendjemand anderes gewesen sein. Vielleicht diese Typen, die die Grabstätten
The
ausgraben
ground
wollten.
is too hard. There are no footprints. Pity.
Ach ja.
I can't see any signs of a struggle. That is strange.
Warum? Vielleicht wurde er ja auch mit Gas vergiftet quasi halt. Ja, und dann hinterher getötet. Ja, vielleicht hat er noch mehrere Informationen.
I have to ask you, where were you last night?
We buried Sir William last night. It was the family's wish that he was buried in secret, so the funeral was after sunset. It is strange you do not know that. The police supervised the whole ceremony. After the funeral, I went to bed and fell into a deep sleep.
So you didn't hear or see anything suspicious?
No, otherwise I would have investigated.
I think that sounds credible. Why did you explicitly want Inspector Lockley to come?
A strange question. Don't you know what he devoted himself to?
I've not had the pleasure of meeting him.
The inspector investigated most of those cases nobody else wanted to work on, including all accusations against Sir William. We have talked to each other several times.
Was he interested in anything in particular?
Once or twice he wanted to enter Lewis's tomb, but he never obtained the permission. Then I think he found a better hobby than hunting ghosts in graveyards. I have not seen him for weeks now.
Jetzt ist er
So,
nicht mehr da,
the
ne?
police participated in the funeral as well. I was just on my way to Plymouth. I'd be grateful for any information.
Not directly. They only had to look out for troublemakers that might possibly try to disrupt the ceremony. Sir William was very unpopular, thanks to the rumors.
And were there any troubles?
It depends. The police made several raids on the local disreputable public houses in the hope that it would divert attention from the graveyard. It seemed to have worked. But this morning, alas, I found the damaged tomb. It is a terrible tragedy.
I took a walk around the graveyard. It's a pretty big area. How do you manage to look after it?
It was Mr. Talbot's responsibility. He received an extra payment for that.
Did you allow him to have a dog with him?
Oh yes, I totally forgot about it. I will have to take care of the dog.
Nicht
I'm
mehr.
afraid it won't be necessary. The animal is dead too.
I simply
Oh, God.
cannot understand this. Mr. Talbot trained dogs very well. Nobody was better at training dogs than him.
I suppose the dog tried to protect its master, and it kept attacking the murderer until the last breath. I also suppose the murderer fled over the top of the wall in the back part of the graveyard, where it's no problem to climb up. That's why the gravedigger's dog was killed in a different place to its master.
But tell me, Detective, who could have done such a thing?
I'll tell you that as soon as we find him.
Böse Menschen können das machen. Sehr, sehr böse Menschen. So,
I have
können wir
no
da
reason
reingehen?
to go in yet.
Nein? Okay, dann gehen wir mal hier lang.